All right, so it's safe to say that Virgil Abloh has created quite a bit of hype with a couple different releases of Air Jordan sneakers. And I love the Air Jordan 1s and the Air Jordan 5s, but this time I actually have a pair of the Air Jordan 4s that released that I actually missed out on when they dropped. This is just one of those shoes that I was really interested in seeing. But compliments of KYX World, I actually got my hands on a pair of the Air Jordan 4 Off-Whites, and I was able to wear them around a little bit and just give you guys kind of my after hype thoughts on the Air Jordan 4 Off-White. So let's go ahead and get into this video right here. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Hopefully you guys are having a good day out there. If you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys haven't used my website, Collective Kicks, I basically just curate a bunch of sneaker deals for you guys out there. And big shout out to KYX World for sponsoring this video. They actually sent me these shoes right here to wear. And if you haven't heard of KYX World, it is a monthly subscription service for sneakers. Now, I know some people don't love the idea of subscription sneakers, and that's totally okay. I do think that if this business model takes off, KYX World is the best to stand the test of time. And just the whole process that they have for renting sneakers so far has been really great. If you guys are interested in using KYX World rental service, you can get 30% off using my code in the description. Feel free to use that, and it will get you 30% off of your first month. You can do different tiers and get really expensive shoes up to $2,000 or a smaller tiered approach as well. I've mentioned in a couple videos before of why I think this could be a beneficial tool for some people. One thing is if you are going to prom or going on vacation and you just want to be able to wear a nice pair of sneakers and not have to worry about wearing something out of your own collection, you can rent them for that month, wear them like they're yours, and then send them back. Now, I think a lot of people have this stigma about wearing the sneakers in general, and I think that that's where KYX World actually comes in handy, because you would think renting shoes, like you can't scuff them and you can't crease them and stuff like that. But the bottom line is they want you to wear the sneakers. They actually want you to be able to rock them and wear them. Normal wear and tear is okay. If you get a little creasing on the toe box, it's not DS anymore, it's okay. Per KYX World, that is okay. If you have a little bit of a spill on top of it or something like that, that's okay as well. That is normal wear and tear. Obviously, they don't want you to just go scraping the midsole down on the cement back and forth or something crazy. Treat it like with some respect, but you can get normal wear and tear in them. You can crease them like your normal shoes that you would be wearing and just wear them as they are yours. And I think that that's something that I wanted to stress in this, because I've heard a lot of feedback of people just being afraid to crease them or just be able to not wear them like they're yours. And that's kind of the whole point of what they're offering. So because of that, I think it's awesome. You can actually wear them without that fear that you normally might have with wearing some of the sneakers, and then you can send it back and get another pair the next month if you choose. Also, if you really like the product and you don't want to have to send it back, you can do a buyout option, which they do offer. So if you want more information about KYX World, again, check the link in the description. Also use my code for that discount. This is just one of those shoes that I personally wanted to get in hand and try on and see what my thoughts were about the shoe and see if I liked them or not. And you know, it's hard to say when you see pictures of the shoe and you see like something like this artist creation of a shoe, and I would consider Virgil Abloh an artist at this point, considering everything he's done. This is like an artist version of an Air Jordan 4. Well, the Air Jordan 4 is one of my favorite models of all time. So when you have somebody that can come in and do a collab with Jordan brand and make something that has like a lot of interest, you know, it's fun to be able to see it in hand finally. And I gotta say, they're interesting. They're different. It's different than any other Air Jordan 4 that I've ever seen. And obviously we do have a couple other colorways that are dropping, but there's some elements to this shoe that remind you of all the way back to the Air Jordan 1 with the toe box section of the shoe and the backing underneath the swoosh. It's also pretty much the primary on the Air Jordan 5s, this netting sort of weird material that they have on there. That's only featured on the toe cap of this shoe, also on the logo right here, and then the backing of the netting on the sides. But for the main part of the upper, they went with a really premium leather material, which is definitely really nice. Also, something else that I really like about this premium leather material, they went with raw edges on the leather. I think it looks cool, and it gives it kind of more of an unfinished sort of look, but obviously Virgil Abloh likes to go with that unfinished look. Similar to the Air Jordan 1s and 5s, the Air Jordan 4s do have that raw edges around the collar and also around the tongue, but I think it looks really cool. And one of the other things that I really dig about this colorway specifically is the entire color blocking of this shoe. It looks like it's just gonna be kind of like an off-white shoe, off-white, but it's kind of like creams and a bunch of different colors of like yellowish creams and vanilla creams almost. And then there, I mean, the midsole part, there's like white and then kind of cream around the air. Then you have like a milky cream for the outsole. Like it's like almost a really light gum sole, I mean. And then you have a also a different colored cream, like a custard almost, for the toe. Why is everything about food for me? I don't know why. But around the stars of the toe box, it's kind of a custard as well as on the back. But I love the fact that there's so many different variations of that off-white color. If you've never heard of off-white before, and then you see this shoe and it looks off-white in a sense, I think that some people could probably think that all of the sneakers would be this colorway, which actually would be pretty dope to be able to see all of the off-white Air Jordans in different models in this same exact color blocking. I think this one is really, really good. From images, I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. But seeing them in hand, I'm like, man, I'm torn. I'm like, is this one that I need to keep or not? I don't think I'm going to end up keeping it. I'm going to wear it a little bit more and then return them. Part of the reason why I honestly don't think I'm going to be keeping them is because of the overall comfort for me on these. They're just not comfortable. The Air Jordan 4s are not a very comfortable model to begin with, but this one specifically was really, really not comfortable on my feet. It was kind of a bummer. I was hoping that they'd be more comfortable. Comparatively, like for Air Jordan sneakers, this snakeskin Air Jordan 4 was unbelievably comfortable. This is such a good shoe on feet that it's also really, really premium, but it's really comfortable on feet. But this one just felt like just too stiff for me, I think. Maybe it just needs to be broken in. Drop a comment in the comment section if you have a pair and if you think they're comfortable or not. I mean, but mostly all Air Jordan 4s for me aren't the most amazing shoes on feet. I do like my soft and squishy shoes. With the exception of these, those are probably the best Air Jordan 4s that I have that are just super comfortable. Let me pull the other one out of the box. You can see it does come with extra laces as well. So if you don't like those cream laces that it comes with, it does offer white and then black laces as well. This pair does have the hang tag for the Air Jordan 4 and then also the traditional zip tie. Although this one, the zip tie is pretty, like you can't really read it very well. It's like obviously white and white. The liner of the shoe right here is not very premium, but I do like what they did here. If you look closely, they actually have two layers here. One of them is actually a layer similar to the Air Jordan 5s. I actually didn't realize that. Underneath these little wings right here on the side, this is the same sort of material as on the toe box. So that's kind of cool that they have that on the other side right here. And then there's actually 3 layers of material that bunch together around the collar of the shoe. The TPU for the wings right here on the side are done in kind of a clear plastic. And then also on the heel, you have that Nike Air branding with the heel in that kind of a milky color as well. Then for the heel right here, it's weird because there's a big section where it's actually black or darker. I don't know why they did that necessarily. I think it would have looked better if the whole thing was just one color. It definitely catches your eye because of it just like looks weird right here. But at the end of the day, all of them do look like that. The insole just says Nike Air, and then you do have the Beaverton Oregon underneath here in the mesh. And then also just the Air in quotes again on that midsole. So all in all, I think this shoe is done really, really well. Comfort or not, like it's just one of those really cool looking shoes. And I like the raw edge look of it. I think one of the things that tripped me out about this shoe, when you get them in hand and you look at them, like this whole, like I guess around the toe box of the shoe, it's just so interesting because there's like loose threads everywhere that just, it feels really like raw, I guess, to the look of the shoe. And I don't know, for me, it just makes the shoe that much better. I thought I wouldn't have liked it. And if they just did that really premium material on that toe area, it would have been a really nice, clean and simple move, but it wouldn't have represented the Off-White brand from what we've seen from the other two Jordans as well. And I think that that was the perfect little combination to make it tie in and like look like an Off-White shoe. I don't think it would have looked like an Off-White shoe if that toe cap around the sides here was in the regular material. But leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about the Air Jordan 4 Off-Whites? I think that this is a tremendous looking shoe. This colorway is amazing. Even though this was a women's exclusive colorways, it's 1.5 difference for men's and women's. So women's size 11 is the men's 9.5. And it's a shoe that obviously men can wear as well. I really, really want to see the black colorway. It looks really solid also. And I feel like there's so much that he could be doing with all of these Jordans. I mean, every one of them has been a banger. And, you know, we've heard rumors of all this, the 20 dunks or whatever. And I'm curious to see what those actually really look like, because some of the colorways look pretty terrible, to be honest. I definitely like the Jordan lines better from what he's put out. Personally, I would like to see an Off-White 3, because the 3 is another favorite of mine. But what Air Jordan model would you guys like to see Virgil Abloh get his hands on? Leave a comment in the comment section. Big shout out to KYX World again for sponsoring this video. Again, 30% off if you guys want to use their service. Link in the description. I'm going to be rocking these things a little bit more, man, even though they're not super comfortable on feet. It's just one of those things it's worth throwing on, bringing to the grocery store or whatever, just for fun and then wearing them. That is the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of the day. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and maybe we'll see you guys back here for some more content. Peace, guys.